Hello, this is Nitin Dahad with EE Times, and I'm here at IAA Mobility in Munich, in Germany, with Dipti Vachani, who's SVP for Automotive for ARM. Dipti, hello, how are you?
Hello. Yeah, I'm good.
So tell me, there's obviously lots going on in automotive, this amazing car show, car technology. What's your sort of take on what's going on in the automotive world right now with everything that ARM does with its ecosystem?
It's amazing, right? So just walking around the show, you see so much innovation. It's amazing to see the innovation, the speed of the innovation. You've got Mercedes behind us here, 2 new car launches, BMW, same kind of thing, all based on the ARM platform.
Yeah.
And so for us to see our ecosystem come to light, all the great work that happens behind the scenes, the software engineers, the software companies we work with Sophie, the tier ones we work with, everyone coming together, and the end result being a car launch here at IAA is just an amazing time to be here.
The automotive play for ARM is only in the last sort of 5-6 years, I guess, in terms of where it's really increased. What do you think are the great achievements for ARM in this whole ecosystem?
So, I joined ARM about 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And there was already a presence of ARM in the vehicle. But what was happening at that time is folks were reusing client products into car. And you can imagine an IVI, maybe in basic ADAS systems where there was really ECUs, if anything, that made sense. But what we did, and the shift we've made, is truly make products for the automotive industry. So what do we care about in the automotive industry? We care about safety. And so we've got AE products, automotive enhanced products. And those products have pre-certified ASLB and ASLD. Solved a huge problem in the industry because now they don't have to reverse engineer our products, right? Then we've got GPUs, ISPs, interconnects, so the complete solution coming together, all based on those safety standards. Add on to that, we started pulling it all into subsystems.
The CSS, the automotive CSS, which you did, 2 years ago or last year?
Yeah, the big launch was last year, but we've been working on that for quite some time. And then the ecosystem with Sophie. And that was key because all that work of Sophie ecosystem coming together, the software providers writing on top of certain standards that were consistent, allowed us to be able to create this massive ecosystem where you could reuse your software between different versions of silicon. And there was consistency between the cloud and the product. And that's amazing. So the consistency between the cloud and the car allows for the birth of the SDV. Now you've got a consistent environment where software can be deployed in the cloud, released in the car, and you could do updates of software. So this is the big shift that's happened over the last 5 to 7 years.
And we talk about SDVs, and I've been writing about them for a long time as well.
I know. I've read about it.
I think the first time I actually thought about it was maybe the FT Future of the Car conference 3 years ago.
Right.
And now it's becoming more pervasive. Everybody I speak to at this show has been talking about SDVs.
Yeah.
Where do you see where we are and what still needs to be done?
So I said this a bit earlier, and I've said this a few times. Software-defined vehicles are survival for automotive companies. It's no longer practical to write your software to be ready at the exact time of the car launch. It's just, you need the car to be able to evolve because of the speed of the innovation, right? So I have an older car, but because I get new software, and don't ask me which one, because I get new software onto that car consistently, it refreshes itself. And we're expecting that. Consumers are expecting that from their car like they've had in their computers or on their phones. And so for me, that's just, it has to happen, and it is happening. So this cloud-to-edge consistency that I talk about with Sophie has really opened the door for that innovation, and we're seeing it everywhere, SDV. What's the next trend is the AI-defined car. And we talked about having large language models in the car, the user interface changing, and then using AI in the ADAS systems. Now that's the big trend that we're going to see into the future. Once you have an SDV, now we're going to see more AI.
AI in the ADAS system, so is that going to be like predictive maneuvering the car? Or tell me, what does that mean?
All of the above. Yeah. Yes, it's predicting moving of the car. It's simple to the anti-braking, the predictive braking that we do, collision warnings. Those are basics, and they're table stakes. But then we talk about level 3, level 4, fully autonomous cars, car ride sharing. All of these trends have some basic component, and that's the AI-defined vehicle.
Arm is a global company, and you see what's going on around the world. Are there any sort of geographical sort of differences you're seeing in terms of deployment, in terms of advances?
Well, of course, as you can see here, we are a global conference, and that's a change. If you think about it, right? Very much a Germany conference maybe in the past, and now it's very much a global conference, and we see the global participation. The speed of innovation, that's pervasive. Everybody's feeling it. Everybody feels the need to go faster and faster and faster, and this is the reason we launched Xena about a year ago, or time flies for me. I lose track of times.
When you're having fun.
Yeah, when we're having fun. So we launched Xena, and that really expedites launches of cars, almost 2 years. We talked about that in our launch. And that's been pervasive. It's been accepted across the world because they see that trend of the need to innovate faster. The software, you see that trend everywhere. The amount of software they have to write, the engagement in the ecosystems. I had someone explain to me that the software in a car this morning is like the bolognese sauce. Like there's so many components, and we think it's just one monolithic thing. It's not, right? There's so many different elements. There's so many parts of the software, all of which have to be safe. So that's a common trend everyone's dealing with. And then they vary based on where the trends are in EV, hybrid, or no EV, hybrid. But the trend of EV is consistent. More EV, whether it's hybrid or EV, that you see worldwide. And then they vary on how. So in a lot of countries, you see this in China, vertically integrated companies versus using the ecosystem, right? So those are differences, but at the end of the day, the scalability, the need to move fast, the amount of software, those trends are pervasive.
What makes Dipti excited when you get up in the morning? What's giving you the buzz?
Honestly, it sounds like motherhood and apple pie, but I will, and this is true to my heart. We are changing the way we live. Really, we're in the most amazing time, and I can imagine in worldview of big changes that are happening in the industry.
Yes.
And this is the first time, at least in my life, that we're seeing things hit the car, like mobility first, or at the same time, new technologies hitting mobility at the same time that it's hitting consumers. New capabilities, AI capabilities in the car at the same time as other industries, and the speed at which it's hitting, it's manifesting in the cars is just amazing. And so I get to participate in that massive transition that's going to happen in our world. And one day I get to look back and say, we made an impact. We made a difference. And hopefully to safety, really.
5 years ago, I think one of the big Japanese automakers talked about smart mobility, and you couldn't really comprehend what that meant. But now you look around here, and this is IAA Mobility, and everything's smart.
Yeah. If you see my daughter drive, you'll know why I think I'm making a difference in the world. I'm making it better for everyone, I promise.
Well, Dipti, on that note, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.